Hey everybody, I'm here in LA with Jason Wrobel.
Hi, Amber.
Hello. So how are you doing today, first of all?
Unbelievable. Yeah, today's an amazing day. You know, the holidays, we're here in December in Los Angeles. 85-degree day.
Amazing.
Right? I mean, what more can you ask for?
Definitely. So will you tell everybody what you do here in LA?
Absolutely, yeah. I am currently working as a celebrity personal chef, a raw food personal chef for Woody Harrelson and also some other directors and actors, possibly going to New York City to do some work there.
Yay!
That's the raw bread and butter right now. And of course also selling a lot of my brand new DVD, Simple Vegan Classics, which you can find on my website, jasonwrobel.com, WROBEL.com. And just really promoting the DVD and serving some really fantastic creative people to try and turn more of this world onto healthy, amazing raw food.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, because I know you're such a mover and shaker and you have so many projects and amazing things going on. And one of the things that we always like to talk about on Epic Self is how you keep balance, mind, body, and spirit. So I know that you're very active and you've got all these projects going on, but how do you stay mentally focused and into your body and also take care of your needs?
I think finding ways to really energetically and creatively express myself is key. And for me, I'm also a musician and a singer, working on film soundtracks right now as well, and having that outlet, having that ability to creatively move energy, whether it's through the voice, whether it's through dance, yoga, whatever it is, I find that when I'm able to move that energy, I feel so much better. I feel much more open to receive opportunities and gifts and people in my life. So for me personally, it's a combination of music, definitely, using my voice and singing and moving that energy, yoga, some weight training, you know, push-ups, lifting a little bit, trying to get a little bit bigger. That's a secret. That's not going to be a secret for so long. Put on some muscle mass. But really, the key, I think, is valuing myself enough to take that time for me.
Absolutely.
And as you know, when we're serving others, it can be so difficult and challenging.
Yeah.
So if that's setting aside an hour a day, or like I was telling you before, last Sunday I actually took a spa day and said, okay, for 8 hours, I'm going to work out, I'm going to get a massage, and I'm going to go to the spa. And those simple decisions to honor ourselves can be so uplifting and give us even more energy to serve others and manifest the abundance we want.
Right. And that was my next question is how have you created your most epic self and lifestyle through raw food? You know, how has that, I know that you grew up as a vegan and you had that upbringing, but how has raw food and eating well changed your energy levels to be able to cultivate your life that you have?
Well, I think, you know, for me, food was always, in my family, a very community experience, a very communal, rather, experience, a very sensual experience where on both sides of my ethnic upbringing, Polish and Puerto Rican, there was this communion with the food, this mentality that we're going to take all day to make this beautiful, delicious, nourishing meal. You know, reflecting on it, maybe the ingredients weren't the healthiest, but there was so much intention being put into the food. And for me, when I discovered raw food about 5 years ago, what really got me was how clean the food was, how much energy I felt when I ate the food, but also meeting the chefs and the leaders of this movement, how clear they were, how much intention and love they were putting into what they were doing. So for me, it was like, wow, okay, so let me get this straight. I can eat healthier, I can eat less food, it's going to taste amazing, and I don't have to sacrifice anything. And so for me, it was a whole new world. The past 5 years have been off the charts since I discovered raw food.
Right, and it's so exciting and creative, like you were saying. I think for people that are curious about raw food and they're wondering why we would choose to them it seems very disciplined and very like, oh God, we're eliminating everything.
Sure.
But for people that are curious, what are some simple things they can start to incorporate into their lives, their busy lives that are, you know, convenience type tips or just also financially? How can they make it budget friendly?
Sure.
Yeah.
Two things. Smoothies, number one. It's going to sound funny. Well, smoothies, the Epic Smoothie.
Yeah,
maybe that's another offshoot. EpicSelf.com, EpicSmoothie.com.
Right.
But things that are really quick to prepare, be they smoothies or chia seed porridge, or maybe a quick seaweed salad. There are a ton of different recipes, you know, like I feature in my DVD, that are really fast, and moreover, that you can make in bulk. And one of the things I like to do, being so busy, is on a Sunday night. I know that Monday through Friday I'm going to be making food for Woody or some celebrities or doing a speaking appearance, and I know I'm not going to have time to make food for me, which I know is a lot of challenge for busy moms, business people. People have a very limited amount of time in this crazy busy world we have.
They do.
So what I like to do is make things in bulk. I'll make enough chili, raw chili, for 4 days, and it'll keep and be fresh for 4 days. Or I'll take a 32-ounce jar of smoothie and sip that throughout the morning, and I'm full till about 2-3 p.m. So making things in bulk is a really quick way to have things for a few days. Then you're not spending hours every single day in the kitchen.
Right.
As far as the expense goes, which is another concern I always hear about raw food, vegan food, farmers markets.
Right.
Wherever you are in the world, obviously it's really nice here in California, we have a ton of farmers markets, but shopping as locally as possible and creating a relationship with your local farmers. You get better deals that way. The produce is fresher, the produce is cheaper.
Yeah.
Huge, huge way to save money. And then, of course, with raw superfoods, like your goji berries, your cacao, your maca, you guys want to dabble in that a little bit, there are buyers clubs now. So you can go to, like Ultimate Superfoods has Earth Shift Project. Essential Living Foods has the Be On Buyers Club. So the big superfood companies actually have buyers clubs where you can buy 5 pounds of maca, 10 pounds of hemp seeds, and you get 3 or 4 friends to go in on it with you, and your price per pound shrinks significantly, and you save a lot more money that way.
Well, I've seen meetup groups do that too, where they do bulk buys together, and then they can get their raw almonds really cheap. They can get these things cheaper.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I think that kind of covers some tips that I think people can really use, but I would love to ask you what your definition of health is, because I think a lot of people, before I went raw, I didn't really realize what health was, and you don't realize until you take it to the next level how good you can feel. And people don't know because they've not experimented with their diet or with their food choices. So what would you say?
That's a fantastic question, and I've never been asked that question.
Ooh.
First time, what's your definition of health? This is a juicy one.
Yeah.
Save the best one for last.
Okay.
My definition of health is a feeling. It starts with a feeling. And the feeling, I think, is best described as you feel so joyful and you feel in balance in every aspect of your life, from your physical health to your spiritual connection in whatever way that means to you, from your interpersonal or love relationships. And health to me is so broad when you ask me that question.
It is.
For me, if I really have the courage to take inventory of my life, which I often do, and look at, are things really working? How am I feeling health-wise? How is my spiritual practice? What's the state of my relationships? What is the state of my relationship to the earth, to nature? And true health, I feel, is really achieving a balance and a joyfulness in all of those aspects of one's life, where you feel so joyful and excited and grateful to wake up every single morning, to discover something new, to discover something exciting, to share with someone else, and hopefully inspire each other.
Totally.
To me, that's the definition of health for me.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what's so fulfilling about, I feel, all the work that we do, you and I do, is that we get such fulfillment out of helping inspire people to live better lives.
Yeah.
And I know that you do that with your food, and you can feel it, and it just, it's incredible. He makes the most incredible stuff. So tell us about this new ice cream that is like your new thing, your favorite thing, your Captain Crunch ice cream.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Now she saved the best one for last.
This is the best one.
Okay, so here's the new thing, right? Is taking it to the next level of health, where people can still enjoy the sweet, sexy, creamy things that they enjoy, like ice cream, like pies, like brownies, but doing them all sugar-free and high protein, high amino, superfood desserts.
Whoa.
And so what I've been working on is things like, sugar-free, superfood, protein-rich ice creams like the Captain Crunch and other things. There's actually a guy in town, one of my dear friends, his name is Jay Denman. He actually is one of the managers over at Maddie's Market. He studied Chinese herbalism. He's actually the one who taught me about a lot of Chinese herbs, about making sugar-free things, and making sure, again, things are harmoniously created. Because you could throw a bunch of superfoods in a blender, right? Anybody can do that. But it's really looking at what the true definition of alchemy is, and how things relate on a molecular level when you're creating these foods. So my new thing is like really getting into an alchemical state here and thinking, okay, can we do sugar-free superfood ice creams? Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Can we do sugar-free superfood pies and pizzas and comfort foods that taste like the things you love and are familiar with? but that are so off the charts nutritionally.
Right.
So that's the latest thing in the lab. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So we'll be looking for that soon. But in the meantime, you've got your vegan classics that you're
Absolutely.
selling.
Simple Vegan Classics on DVD.
Vegan classics. Yeah. So we'll have a link for that for you guys. But thank you so much for your amazing
Thank you,
energy,
Amber.
Jason. Yeah. And you guys will hear from him soon. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks.